had a lead?
He had a lead.
Come on, man.
70-28 final in that one.
It's like getting beat by 40 and you say, "Oh, we had a lead at the end of the halftime." Like,
Yeah.
that tells me the second half was completely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Marlboro County is still having their struggles. They have kind of gone away for the last few years too, and apparently they haven't gotten back on track yet because they faced Camden last night and Camden beat them 52-14. Hemingway Tigers, they've been struggling as well. This is the battle of what you can call Hemingway because they consider Carvers Bay and Hemingway too. At least I saw in some reports. Carvers Bay beat Hemingway 27-8 last night. And this is another kind of like in-county rival between East Clarendon and C.E. Murray. And last night, C.E. Murray, 50-22 over East Clarendon.
Hey, I got to ask about my I already see some Sumter teams up there. I need to know about.
Oh, here's one right now. There's Crestwood played Lakewood last night.
Looks like they spanked them.
And Crestwood got them 27-6.
How's Sumter doing?
Sumter's doing good too. In fact, here's their score. They played against Conway. They hosted Conway last night, and when the dust had settled in that one, Sumter Gamecocks 35, Conway Tigers 0.
Hey man, I like to see that. I got a lot of former students playing for Sumter High right now. They post a lot of pictures, in their jerseys and game photos, and I'm just glad they're doing good, man. 'Cause I know they love the sport, and yeah, man.
Sumter has a great tradition. In fact,
and honestly, there's a couple of my former students they're getting a lot of offers. Like they're posting like offers that they're getting. Like I got one student, he's got all kind of offers. Like I don't know what his position is, but I'm like, geez, I didn't know these dudes were that good at football. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew, not saying I didn't think they was good, but you getting all these D1 offers from
Sumter's always been
Notre Dame or whatever else. Right. You know what I mean?
Sumter's always been great. Conway used to be great too. They're not great anymore.
I like to see it though. I just like to see them enjoying what they do and getting opportunities to play at next level, stuff like that. It's really cool.
Right. In other games, Johnsonville Flashes beat Scotts Branch 38-22. And I wasn't here last week, so I'm going to recap some of the scores from last week as well. Myrtle Beach beat Hartsfield 40-35 last week. An upset attempt by the Red Foxes. Dillon Wildcats all over Waccamaw, but it wasn't that bad, 54-27. Aner continued to roll from last week. They were 51-6 over Georgetown. So Georgetown took a 51-6 spanking from Aner. And last week, I think this week Dillon beat them by about 50. So it's not been good for them. Carolina Forest beat Socastee 41-6. North Myrtle beat 63-14 over Darlington. And Darlington is another program that has really tumbled. I mean, of course, of late it's been basketball with Darlington, but their football program used to be something to deal with as well. That's no longer the case.
I think Darlington is probably, because they missed some championship opportunities. Darlington had a window. They definitely had a window.
You're talking basketball now.
In basketball,
they
for
did.
Sure.
They did.
And I feel like once you miss your window, I feel like unless you're just one of those teams who you're always in it, like Great Falls or something like that.
Right.
You miss that 3-4 year window. It's hard to get back, man, because you have an influx of talent during that time.
It really is. It's very, very difficult to to do anything after that. Looking at Green Sea Floyd and Johnsonville last night. Johnsonville apparently is pretty good. They got an outstanding running back down there that I like to get to see. They beat Green Sea, who two-time defending state champs, 32-14 last week. And Marion played against Latta, as I said, and they beat Latta 26-6. So Marion has, kind of doing what they have to do to get into the playoffs. And I don't have all the details about what happened with the playoffs now, with all this COVID stuff going on. But it looks like they at least have a chance of getting in the playoffs. Not sure about Mullins at this point, but that will be much more clarified in the next week or so. Because I understand there's some games, non-conference games, that are going to have to be made up after the fact. This thing is really a mess, man. It just makes me wonder why were they pushing so hard to even have football? I mean, I'm sure everyone knows someone right now who is either died from COVID or is currently sick from COVID.
I will say this, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Not saying that means anything. I'm just saying that.
Okay, well we've had some deaths right here in Marion County of some very notable people, including Mr. Penn Troy, the late Penn Troy, who passed away, and also Miss Nelson. She passed away as well. So, and then Jamie's grandmother,
Yeah.
your brother-in-law's grandmother, passed away from it. I have some nieces in New York, and because my mom is here, they want to come down and visit her. I'm very nervous about that because New York basically was the country's hotspot for COVID.
Yeah, but now South Carolina, or at least it was about a month ago.
New York is back on the rise again.
Really?
Yeah, it's back on the rise again. So, I'd love them to see their grandmother, but them seeing their grandmother could be bad for their grandmother's health. Not to mention mine. I mean, my wife and I are both not young either, and we fall into that at-risk category. I mean, I'd love to see my niece. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. But so, Jared, we talked briefly about the NBA season and how it ended, and how the Lakers won the bubble championship, and now they are the bubble champs of the world.
The bubble champs.
The bubble champs of the world.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Do you give them full props for winning the do you give that a full championship nod, or do you have some misgivings about that too?
It counts, man. Same way those
Counts
lockout
all the way.
counts all the way. Same way those lockout seasons count. Same way those seasons where they have they miss some games because the Players Association and the owners are having disagreements. Like, yeah, man.
Same thing.
It is what it is, man. I mean, look, everybody had the same opportunity, and everybody else didn't win.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same way this season. Okay, the football season. They can say, oh, it's a different kind of season, so it don't count the championship. Yeah, it does. For high school, I'm saying. Like, you can say that with a lot of things. You can say, oh, the sports are, COVID is messing this up, messing that up. But at the end of the day, if we all have the same opportunity to get on the field and I beat you, I don't want to hear nothing about COVID-19, bro.
Right.
We're dealing with it. You're dealing with it. We're not immune to anything.
Right.
We're not living in the same world you're living in. So I think the Lakers beat them fair and square. And if anybody tries to diminish them, then you can say, okay, well, if my championship doesn't count and it's meaningless to me, then that means everything you did is meaningless. So don't take it away from me just because I'm the winner. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have won, you would have been defending yourself saying, well, I beat you. So don't do that. I beat you. You lost. Give me my credit, and we move on.
Right. Well, they're talking about the new season now, and they're talking about opening the new season on Christmas Day. Of course, training camp would have already started, I believe. I think training camp would have already started right now. Of course, they just swept that whole COVID, that whole asterisk laced championship under the rug. That's gone now. We all have our views on this thing.
But I got one more comparison, one more metaphor, right?
All right.
In football, right? Let's say you had a Super Bowl and it's snowing in the Super Bowl, it's a blizzard or something. And the team wins and the team loses. The team loses, or the fans of the losing team, oh, it was a blizzard, or you can't count that. Bro, we all in the blizzard. We all dealing with the same thing. Don't do that, man. Don't do it. If we're all on the same field. That's what the great thing about sports. We all on the same field. We all are dealing with the same environment. If the wind is blowing, it's blowing for us too. You know what I'm saying? Right. If it's raining for us too. You're not the only one getting wet. You know what I'm saying? We all in the bubble, and you lost. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand that metaphor, but it's not really a good one, and here's why.
Same conditions.
Here's why it's not. I understand the same condition thing, but it's not a good one because football's always play Super Bowls in warm weather, or in a dome. So weather is never a factor.
Or even a football game. I mean, it don't matter. Like, you don't take away the credit from somebody when you and me are on the same field. You're not over there in Los Angeles while I'm in New York and we playing the game.
Right.
That's not happening.
Right.
You're here and we're here, and we beat you.
Right.
We tackled you. We took the ball. We got touchdowns, and we outscored you. Same way in basketball. We all in the bubble. We all are stuck here for 3 months.
Okay.
And you lost.
Should there be any
take your L?
Should there be any notations in regards to?
No, the notation should be I won and you lost. That's it.
There should be no. You don't think there should be anything to explain the circumstances relating to how we got to where we were?
I do think that I mean, like, I think it should be discussed. But my thing is, I don't think it diminishes anything. I don't think it means anything. Like, yeah, okay, cool. It's it's COVID. We all in the bubble. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that diminishes my championship. I still did beat you, regardless of how much COVID is going around or not.
Right, but do you think that there should be some kind of explanation as to how they got to where? I mean, after all, Jared, you have to understand, you have to agree. This NBA championship was played in October, so should it be a note that, well, because of COVID-19, the season had to be shortened, and these guys had to play games in what's known as a bubble, where there was no travel involved, and there was no this and that. I think some explanation has to be put in there.
That's fine. I mean, I'm gonna tell my if whenever I have kids
With
and ask
an
me about
asterisk.
it, no asterisk, no.
The asterisk is to explain what
No,
happened.
you're putting the asterisk to say. Everybody knows when you say an asterisk in sports means this doesn't really matter. This is fake. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have to go?
Not really.
Okay.
Everybody knows that in sports, when you talk about putting an asterisk on anything, it means you're saying it's not valid.
Let me go anywhere for all of us. We'll be right back, folks.
Man, trying hard to get the asterisk in there.